Welcome everybody again to the Morel's Man Cave where we keep the party going. Today I got a banger for you guys. I want to talk about an old video from Rickie Lake back in the 1900s that's still pretty relevant to this day. I remember back in the day going to high school, coming I only had three classes in my senior year. I can't speak on you guys, but I only had three classes. And I'm home every day, maybe 10 o'clock ish, 11 o'clock ish. I remember the exact time. And throughout the day, a lot of videos would come on TV. You had your Rickie Lake, you had your what's it, Jenny Jones, you had Donnie you had Montel Williams, you had Oprah, you had a lot of shows and had a lot of conversations that was going on back in the day. And from all of that, when you sit back and really look at it, a lot of the future was being predicted back in the past. This video I'm gonna show you guys today is showing you guys that it don't really matter what time in history that we're at. We're pretty much living in the same time warp, I guess you can say, because this is a 1990s-ish video, and it's 2025, and things that you're about to see on this video are pretty still relevant. Let me go share my screen with you guys right fast. Appreciate you guys. On here. All right, let's run the video and let's talk about it.
Just recently, President Clinton signed a bill that will radically change the welfare system that's been in place for 61 years. Listen to this.
The welfare reform law I signed last week gives America a chance, but not a guarantee, to have that kind of new beginning. To have a new social bargain with the poor, guaranteeing health care, child care, and nutrition for the children, but requiring able-bodied parents to work for the income.
The bill will put strict limits on the amount of time a person can collect welfare. Our guests today are among almost the 13 million people in this country who feel the impact of this bill, and they are outraged by it. They say they deserve welfare, and if their checks stop coming in, they'll no longer be free to raise their children. But they'll face off today with angry citizens who say that what they're really getting is just a free ride. No matter what side you're on, you or someone you know is going to feel the sting of this new policy. You won't want to miss this hour. Stay with us as our guests say, how dare you take away my welfare? I deserve it.
Now think about that clip just alone. This is back in the 1900s. We're talking about welfare and don't take it away. It's mine. Hilarious. Let's keep on going. This is Rickie Lake way back in the day. With the wonderful clothes, the hairstyle. Rickie Lake was that girl back in the day. How dare you take away my welfare? First and foremost, how is it yours? As a taxpaying citizen that I am, I mean, your welfare, I'm paying for it. I deserve it.
Thank you, guys. Welcome. There are few issues that divide the public as much as the topic of welfare, and the debate has only gotten more intense since President Clinton's proposed welfare reform. My guests today are on either side of the angry debate over whether welfare benefits provide money for a good cause or money for nothing. Please meet Russell and Mary. They say the welfare reform law is too lenient and that people need to stop taking free handouts. Also joining us, however, are Nikki, who has been on welfare for 10 years, and Elizabeth, who is also on public
welfare for 10 years. Let's keep on going.
Assistance. They are outraged by the reform plan and say they deserve their benefit checks. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm going to start with Nikki first. Nikki, 10 years.
Yes.
That's a long time to be on welfare.
Yeah, I was on welfare. It started off as I was 19 years old, and I got pregnant, and my...
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit in my head before we watch any more of the video. She was 19. She got pregnant. The father was more than likely a deadbeat. she's not getting any help via child support. So she said, you know what? I'm going to make the government my baby daddy. But that's just my assumption. Let's find the rest of the video.
My grandmother, who was raising me at the time, found out, and I was going to have an abortion, and it was against her religion, and she asked me to have the child.
So you've been raising this child. This child is now 10 years old.
Yes, and I've been working.
Now, a lot of people would say, Nikki, that welfare is supposed to be temporary. 10 years is not temporary to a lot of people.
But the thing is, I have been working. I've been working with the welfare. Without them asking me to, I've been working. The problem there is that the jobs that I get do not give benefits, or they do not help me with childcare, or I don't get enough money from the jobs that I work.
Russell, what do you think of that?
Well, to be perfectly honest, 10 years of welfare is 8 years way too long.
I agree. There's got to be a point that you cut the system off. You can't go 18 years of getting support from the government. Now, with that being said, though, let's be bluntly honest. I was born and raised on welfare. I'm one of 5 kids. My whole entire life that I know of, I was born and raised on welfare. I remember as a kid having to go to the store and getting those big old blocks of cheese. If y'all know about this big old blocks of cheese, you had to cut it with a damn near hacksaw, but it was a block of cheese. You got that. You got the powdered milk. You got the BS cereal, like in a bag, all that good stuff. I remember welfare, but now that I'm on the other side, I'm actually paying taxes. Not only do I pay taxes every year, I pay taxes every year. On top of it, all my taxes being paid. When it's time to file my taxes, I got to pay taxes again. So I see things from a different lens. I'm not knocking her for being 19 years old and having a child and being on government assistance. There's no harm, no foul. My problem is 10 years, but hey, it's not about me. Make a suggestion in the comment box. Let's keep on watching the video.
A lot of you agree with that.
No, but have you been in a job where you do not get benefits? How many people out there have a job that has
lot of
benefits?
people, I would imagine.
How long did it take you to get that job?
But you know what? You have to start somewhere.
You gotta start somewhere. And to her credit, she does have a job, and I do understand. Being a father myself, medical could be expensive. You say, God forbid, your child has a ear infection. The child gets sick and have to go to the emergency room, or just a normal doctor's visit. It can be rather expensive. So I do understand the benefits part of it.
Started somewhere. I've worked 3 jobs at once just to make up for the little bit that welfare does give me.
So Russell, you are totally against this. You think the welfare reform, the new welfare reform, is too lenient. Why do you say that?
Well, I think, first of all, if you can't find a job to support yourself and your children within a matter of months, you're not looking hard enough.
This is also back in the 1900s. Like right now in 2025, I would say within the last maybe 6 months, to my estimation, what I'm seeing online, like over 1 million jobs have been either let go, fired, whatever it may have been. That's either due to AI, that's either due to the companies downgrading, multiple factors. So in 2025, the chance of you getting a job like right now is pretty slim. But back in the 1900s, there was a way better chance of getting a job. Now, am I saying the job is going to have benefits? Absolutely not. But what I'm saying, though, there's a way better chance back in the 1900s to get a job than it is in the 2000s.
You need to go out and look for a job.
Excuse me, where is the job coming from? Excuse me. You're talking about get out and get a job, please. When it's 400 people, 4,000 people just got laid off from AT&T. Where are these people going? 400,000.
I want to get other people involved too. Mary, you think this new welfare reform is just too lenient?
Oh, of course. I don't think they should be on it. I don't believe in welfare at all. I have no sympathy.
Who's been taking care?
I got to pause the video right there. I do believe in welfare. Some people fall on hard times. For example, right now, a lot of these people lost their job within the last couple months. They need some assistance. There's money in the pot for the assistance. I'm great with that. My concern is just the going forward. How long can you be on it? So I definitely disagree with this lady here.
No sympathy for someone
I
for
mean, I don't
your.
want to sound heartless. I'm sure the situation's out
You
there.
sound pretty heartless.
Well, all right. Well, the situation's out there that I'm sure these people need the help. But for 10 years, I'm just too. When you ask for welfare, you're asking every single taxpayer out here.
I'm sitting here looking at the female here, and she got on some decent clothes. She got her hair did. Well, it's slicked back. You know, it is what it is. She got on some kind of necklace type, so forth, so on. We all hate to judge, but let's be honest, we all judge. And with that being said, though, it's amazing that she's on welfare for 10 years, but she looks like she's pretty upkept. For what do I know?
I pay taxes.
So you can say
I pay taxes. That's bull. I work 6 jobs at once. Every one of those jobs.
She just said she worked 3 jobs at once. Now she works 6 jobs at once. She sounds like an almost Jamaican right now. Like, I work 14 jobs. Like, ish.
Okay, yes, 6 jobs at once. Wait, counting 6 jobs at once. Okay, why you have 6 jobs?
If you got 6 jobs at once, you have, let's just say at the time, maybe a 5 to 10-year-old. I'm gonna give her the last 5 years. She's working six jobs. Who's watching the baby? Is the baby watching himself or herself? The baby alone? Does she have a support system? There's a lot of questions going on if you're working 6 jobs at once, or even 3 jobs at once.
Ma'am, why do you still need the welfare check?
Because they pay minimum wage, low
4
wages.
times 6 is
4 times 6 is $24 an hour.
That's a lot of money. That's more money than I'm
The
making.
minimum wage
Not when
is,
you're only working
the
2
minimum
days
wage
for this
is
job.
not.
One at a time, guys, one at a time.
The minimum wage is not $4 an hour.
No.
It was $4.25, and as of the first, it went to $4.75.
All right. For a lot of the newcomers that's in your 20s and 30s, yes, minimum wage was less than $5 back in the day. Now, put that to 2025. What are you going to do with $5 an hour? Say you work let's say you work 8 hours a day, $5. You made $40 for today. You basically bought yourself a meal and a little bit of gas, and if you're lucky enough, a little something to save. But back in the day, less than $5 an hour. He's saying 575. I'm gonna bump up the $5 an hour. That is not a lot of money. But back in the day, you wasn't rich. It was minimum wage, but it's just amazing.
Okay, I want to get to about Elizabeth. You too. You are also on public assistance, and
I've been on
the 475. I mean, you got the taxes taken out. I mean, you really got to look at the way the welfare system's set up today. They make more money sitting at home than they do working at $4.
And that's the problem.
And that is true. The more money you make, the less welfare you get. So, as Rickie just said, it's better to stay at home to get more money than actually go out there and work. That's why I applaud the lady with the business suit on. I definitely applaud her. I'm not knocking her for the hustle. The story don't really add up with 6 jobs, but it is what it is.
Talk about their tax money is going to welfare and whatnot. 1% of the federal budget goes to welfare. And
My
welfare is
My
not. No, that's
welfare.
force. That's
My welfare, mine. Let me share a small story right fast. Within the past year, I've been to actually 3 countries: Costa Rica, Panama, and I've been to Jamaica. As far as I know, and I talked to a lot of the locals, they don't offer any welfare at all. Long story short, if you don't earn it, you don't get it. So for me, looking at that, coming from overseas and been in these countries for a while, to see over here in Americans who are entitled to welfare, it just blows my mind. It's just my welfare. She's willing to fight this panelist to say my welfare. But in other countries, no such thing as welfare even exists. If you don't earn it, you don't get it.
That's 2 to 4 cents out of every tax
Please
dollar
don't
you
say
pay.
that.
That's ridiculous to think that that's a huge sum of
It
money.
isn't. And if you
welfare
take away
is
that
also
bureaucracy,
welfare is also consists of unemployment, Social Security, and AFDC.
You're
And
right,
what's
but
being-
how
what's
long have you
being
been on public
targeted is
assistance?
4.5 years.
4.5 years. Again, that's not temporary.
But I've also been in school for 3.5 years. I started school
and
when my
nobody's
son's 21
asking
years
how long
old.
has somebody been on disability or how long somebody's been on social
Unemployment.
Well,
security.
that's a whole nother show. Today we're talking about welfare.
But it's
It's
all right.
welfare.
It's truly amazing how they want to move the goalposts. Well, what about this? And what about that? The subject at hand is welfare. Don't move the goalposts. Stick to the subject at hand.
Yes, ma'am. Everybody deserves welfare. Who is to decide what is temporary and what is not? Yeah. I sense you're not from here. No, I'm from England, and everybody in your country has health care too. And I think the welfare here, there is so much more that needs to be done with it. Yeah. Everybody deserves welfare, and everyone deserves health care too. And health care. I don't know really how it works.
If everybody deserves welfare, if everybody deserves health care, who's gonna pay for it? Let's use a nice scenario here right fast. Let's just say everybody gets welfare. The millionaires, the billionaires, the 100,000aires, the $50,000 a year people. If everybody got welfare, who's gonna pay for it? I'm really waiting for you guys to hit the comment section on this one because she said everybody gets welfare. So where's it stop? What number are we looking for to get or to not get welfare? What are we doing here?
Yeah, but for you to say that nobody deserves welfare,
Well, like I said, I'm sure there's situations out there. But no, you gotta understand something. In this country, it's abused. It becomes a lifestyle.
There is such a thing called trailer trash for a reason. A lot of those people are on welfare. Um, Matter of fact, I'm going to stop that part. I want to show some statistics because that's what it's all about right here. Let's see. Percentage of people on welfare. Let's take a looky here because I want to not only talk about some things, I want to actually show some things. So, according to this thing here, it's a wonderful Google search that anybody can do. Everybody has access to Google. About 1 in 3 Americans, roughly 30%, participate in at least one of the major government assistance programs, but varies greatly by program, with SNAP food being around 12 to 13%. All right, what percentage of people on SNAP? Dum, 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 dum. 12.3. It's not what I'm looking for exactly. I want to see. Wait. Snap. There we go. Snap by race. Right here, it's in black and white. So we got over 35% of people that are whites. We got nearly 26% black, 16% Hispanic, 4% Asian, so forth and so on. So, long story short, this has been a subject for a very long time that everybody's like, man, welfare and this and that, whatever it may have been. This has been happening for many, many, many years. It's a great conversation. Drop your comments in the comment section, and I look forward to talking to you guys in the future.